Hey guys, today I'm going to be starting a little tutorial series where I show you how to make an image editor where you can select any given image and then overlay it with text and then download that image back, but it'll have the text on it. So in today's episode, I'm going to be setting it up to where the user can type whatever they want and put it on the image. So right now I just have my basic React file. I have it set up in my index, and then I just have a basic little app function, and the CSS is blank right now. So we'll start off by importing React. Oops. And now we will create a constant that contains text and set text, and set that equal to react.useState, and text will just have an empty string right now. We'll give this div a class name and call it container. And inside this div, we will create an input. And input will have a class name of just input. Now, we're gonna want to be able to detect a change on this input whenever anything is written in it. And when that happens, we'll call a function called handleText. And it's important that you don't put the parentheses, because if you do that, then the function will be called continuously, and we don't want that to happen. We only want it to be called when the function is changed, or when the input value changes. And also, we'll just add a placeholder in there, and we'll say type text here. We'll save that. Yeah, so we're getting an error right now because we haven't created this function. So we'll do that right now. So function handleText, and we're gonna be taking in event. So now, yeah, now it shows up correctly. Yeah, alright. Okay, so in this handleText, we're going to create a constant called newText. And in this value, we're going to store event.target value. And what this is the event is being called from this. So the target of the event is this input. And basically we're just pulling the value of this input, which would be whatever we're typing in here. So we're setting that equal to new text, or new text equal to that, my bad. So now we're going to call the set text method, and we're just going to set it, we're going to pass new text in there. So all this is doing is just setting text to new text. So now if we go ahead and just create a little header right here and put text in there, now whenever we type, it appears down here. So now, before we move on, in this value, or in this input, we're going to want to put value, and value will be equal to text. And the reason why we're doing this, and you'll see, it's still going to work the exact same way. The reason why we're doing that is that we have a single source of truth, because we don't want text and the input value to somehow end up different. And the chances of that happening are very slim, but we're just making sure that there's no chance by doing this and by setting value equal to text. So now we're going to work on that image. So first we'll create a div, and in this div first we're going to call it image wrapper. and then we're going to put an image inside of there. And for my image, I'm going to be using a stock image that I pulled off of Pexels. You can use whatever you want, it really doesn't matter. We just need an image so that we can test how it works. So I have my image here, and we're going to go up top and we're going to import it. Do import test, and then from the file directory, so image and then test.jpg. So now if I go ahead and put test in there, now it appears on the page. Now obviously this is way too big, but we're going to fix that in a second. Now we just need a class name, and we'll call that image, and then create a header, give that a class name of image text, and we will put text in here. So right now we have all the elements, or all the HTML that we need done, and all the JavaScript. Now all we have to do is just go into the CSS and style it. So first, we're going to start off the project by just resetting everything. So padding and margin are going to be 0, and box sizing will be border box. So now everything's just going to be pushed up in the corner. So container, which is the div that contains everything, we're going to set that to flex, and we want the flex direction to be column so that it's up and down, and then we're going to align items center. So now you can see the text box is in the center. Obviously we still need to make this image way smaller. Now we will edit the image, or the input. We'll give it a margin top of 3 rem so that it's not pushing up against the top. Give it a width of 50% of the view width, and then some padding, and we'll do block so that it's only the top and the bottom. And then we'll do an indent for the text, and we'll do 0.8 rem for that. So it's looking a bit better. We'll just add a border radius here of 5 pixels, and yeah, we don't want it to be all dark like that, so we'll give it a border. We'll say 1 pixel, solid, and gray. Yeah, that's looking better. Now we will go into the image wrapper. Let me move this down. Image wrapper. Give that a margin top. We'll do 1 rem this time. Display flex. Okay. Now we're going to go into image, and we'll give that a width of 80% of the view width. So now we can actually see everything. And if we just write something here, we'll see where the text is. So text is still right here. We don't want that. We have it set to flex. Actually, I don't even know if we quite need that, but we'll keep it there. Now we'll do image text, and we'll do position absolute on this. So now whenever we do this, it'll actually be inside the image now. But we still, me personally, I want my text to be right about here. You can have it wherever you want, but that's where I want mine to be. So we'll set it bottom 5%. Okay. So we want to add position relative on there. So now it's going to be inside. So now we're a little bit above the bottom with that 5%. And we'll do a left of 0. and a right of 0 as well. So now we just need to text align to center, and now we have our image right here. So now all we can do is we can just type whatever we want in here and it'll show up on our image. So next episode we will work on getting it to where you can be able to download this image and it'll have the text on it. So that's all for this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.